there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, I think we might do a random ranking today. Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking 3 movies. Also, I've gotten out of the habit. You know how if you follow the channel, and when I put up these shelves behind me, I was really excited about it because I finally alphabetized my collection, which hadn't been alphabetized since I moved everything down here. So there are a couple years where everything was just at random. And what I liked about that is after I did a random ranking, I could always put the movie back. But I got out of that habit because one late night when I did a random ranking, I was just too tired to put 3 movies back. And then that turned into a bad habit to where I have like 2 stacks this big of movies. Actually, I got even more over there that need to go back. So I've been neglecting my goals of keeping this thing organized. Anyway, let's get to picking those movies. All right. My shirt tucked in. All right, here we go. Let's do this. And then I think maybe... Actually, let's go over in this section. See what this film is. Feels like a snapper. And then maybe we'll do, I don't know, let's do another one from over here. 2 snappers. 2. All right. Okay. All right. So first off, we have an education. Why did I put that musical flair on it? So this was nominated for Best Picture, if I remember right. Yep, Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay. So, oddly enough, I probably saw this in theaters. This was the time when I was seeing every movie that was nominated for anything. What does it say, 2010? Does that mean it's a 09 movie or an 010 movie? 2009, okay. And Carey Mulligan. What am I trying to say about this? Oh yeah, so I think I saw it in theaters and then I bought it, and then I remember watching I say this all the time. Anytime I pull this movie, I talk about it. I remember watching the commentary, listening to the commentary, and they're like, Sarsgaard here is not English, but he used a term that us Americans think British people use, but they don't actually use it. And then in the commentary, they talk about how he ad-libbed this line that he thought would make something sound more British, but it's not something British people actually say. It's just something that we think they say, like something we invented, like whenever we're putting on a British accent or something, right? And yeah, so I just remember them talking about that. I think it was cheers, but don't British people say cheers? Cheers, 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 cheers. Hey, British friends, do you say cheers? Like when you're saying goodbye to somebody? I feel like you do. Maybe it wasn't cheers. I can't remember, but it was. That's what they talked about in the commentary. How whatever it is he said is not actually something British people say. Or maybe it wasn't something British people said during this era. Maybe that's what it was in the 60s. I don't know. All right, next we have... I'm talking about Blade Runner over here. Beautiful film, right? Beautiful movie. Got the chapters there. Love a snapper case, right? Snap. Snap. The director's cut is a major event, a masterpiece, dazzling. So, special features, interactive menu, that's about it. Production notes. Let's see. I really love the noir aspect of this. The side lighting coming from blinds, you know, like the memory scenes when he's like, tell me about your memories or whatever, and she's like, you know, a bunch of spiders came out of an egg or whatever, and he's like, implants, those are implants, like that whole scene. I just love all of that. I love the city. It's just so well done. Those are Terrell's memories. Um, what am I trying to say here? When does this movie take place? I remember a year that's either coming up or maybe just past has something to do with this film. I can't remember. Maybe it's like when one of the characters maybe was born or created. I can't remember. Anyway, yes, I love this movie. I did not always love it. I actually did not like it. I used to not like it, but now I love it. Just took some conversations. One of my professors in college, it was one of his favorite movies, and I don't know, he was trying to sell me on it, and I was open to listening, and then I think I bought this and watched it a few more times, and I was like, you know what? I get it now. I don't know, it just didn't click the first time or something like that. So, yeah, my professor would not accept that. Said he, uh, he turned me into a lover of Blade Runner. Next, we have Austin Powers. He's the man. Talking about British. So, Mike Myers, his parents are British, but he is from Canada. Actually, I don't know if he was born in Canada, or maybe he moved to Canada when he was very young. But I think he's Canadian. But he loves British culture, which is cool. And I love this movie, especially after hearing him talk about it, because he's like, there's a part of the 60s that just gets forgotten, the Burt Bacharach part of the 60s. Everybody, wants to point to the hippies and stuff like that, but there was also the Burt Bacharach portion of the 60s, and I was like, oh, that's so interesting. You're right, you don't really hear about that. And it's just fun to hear him describe it. But yeah, Heather Graham is in this, gorgeous, beautiful. Man, these snappers though, look, this is starting to, do you see how warped this is? It's probably because my basement here maybe has too much humidity, moisture in the air, like some humidity or something. I don't like that. I hope that's not, I don't want that to happen to all my movies. This one looks okay. But yeah, this one's fine. So maybe it's just this one here. Oh, maybe it's because this has like extra folds in it. Look at that. Gosh, I need to get a new one though, because look, this thing is just like sliding out. But this movie is very funny. I probably, is it my favorite? I don't know. They're all really good. They're all so good. I love all three of them. I would probably, in that case, just rank them based on the order in which they were made for that reason. But yeah, isn't it wild? This is on a snapper case. I first owned it on VHS, and then this I picked up later, years later. But I had originally had it on VHS. I remember just everybody was talking like Austin Powers in school. Like everybody. I don't even know if I could do it anymore. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I don't know. I can't do it. Yeah, baby. Do I know you? No, but you're there. Who does number 2 work for? Okay, how are we going to rank these? Gosh, I'm having so much fun thinking about comedy. I'm going to do this. I could see Blade Runner being number 1, but I'm going to go Austin Powers. It is so funny. It was a powerhouse. I really don't think he should make more. He probably will. I just saw an interview with him talking about he would be surprised if he didn't or something like that. Is that what he said? I don't know. I think he said something like that. But I don't think he should. He had got this amazing trilogy. Too much time has passed. Don't try and bring it back. And doesn't he even say, although he can make a joke about it, there really is nothing worse than an aging hipster. Well, Mike Myers, would that be what's going on? There really is nothing worse than an aging comedian returning back to a character that everybody loves and it not resonating because the culture has shifted so much. I don't know. Maybe it would be awesome. I don't know. Oh, man. Maybe it would be great if they just never stopped. They never stopped. Or maybe what if he turned it into like a new James Bond where he produced it, but then had somebody else come in and play Austin Powers? That would be kind of funny to turn it into a new James Bond, like a comedy James Bond. And then who's your favorite Austin Powers? Oh, mine's Mike Myers. And then somebody else comes in. I don't know. Who's a funny comedian that's British that could be the next Austin Powers, just like there continues to be more James Bonds. Is that what should happen? Is that what should happen? Is that what should happen? Oh my goodness, I love that idea. Oh my goodness, I love that idea. But then what year do you put it in? Well, he would always be 60s, and then you could, well, he would always look like he's from the 60s, and then it could always be contemporary times, and then he could always, you know, hop into other times, and if he wanted, like the 20s, maybe he wants to go to the 20s. Anyway, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, followed by Blade Runner, and then An Education. My question to you is, have you seen these movies, these three right here? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.